and welcome to iTradeAIMS channel. I am Imi, the Forex trader, educator, system designer from AIMS Stress-Free Trading. So guys, let's have a quick look at today's activity. It's 5:42 p.m. in the UK here. I did not trade much today, was busy with other stuff, and now I have some time, so I thought, why not do a quick flick through the charts and see what happened today. So this is the DAX German 30. Normally we would trade it on M1, so let's go to M1. And so the first thing we'll be looking at would be obviously the London Open, which is here. Before that we could be looking at the Frankfurt Open, which is that. So Frankfurt Open I won't be trading, but when I'm about to start London Open, I would look at that Frankfurt Open. I will draw that line there, draw another line here, because this was probably lows of that, and the open is important to me as well. And then so within this time and that, this literally created the Frankfurt channel. So this is some kind of kind of tells you something. And then if you were trading the low bot, you could have found yourself long here with a 12 stop loss, and provided you stayed in, you survived this retest of the box as it goes up, test this level, comes back and retest, and then starts to go up. Fantastic. There was a nice hunt signal there as well, which would have been a break-even exit, because required a 6 or 6.5 stop loss at 1 hour at 6.5 profit. It would have stop loss would be moved to BE, so it did not hit 12 or 13 target point, so that means it would be a break-even trade, and probably this 1 or 2 trade would be enough for you, and that's your London session done. So this is your $500, and this is another break-even. Especially with this, when you have that 250 or 500 or 1%, sorry, 2% banked, then if you are aggressive like I do sometimes, you can actually go 1.5% risk on the next one, because you would still be left with 0.5% profit if you lost that. But in this occasion we would have recovered the invested money back, so that's why I count break-even trades as winners. And that's it. Later on I think some positive Brexit news or something like that. I don't know what happened. Turns out there was a nice lovely setup one around. So this is 14:30, so that's 12:30. This is not New York Open. All right, New York Open would be 16:30, which should be here. I'm taking too long on. So around New York Open, it was a setup one. We would have set a pending order there, but it never triggered, and that's it. That was done for it. So now let's go to the next chart. Now the rest of them are going to be analysis on the hourly chart only. So UK, that's the FTSE, no setup here. Not really a great setup on the Dow as well, or the Dow. The US 500, well, we had a setup here the other day and we took it, exited there. Fantastic trade. That was a 345. And Australian dollar had a famous setup. So around here, that's the London Open. So you have the strong move up, Gator Open, drop to M15, bang, gave a setup one, required 16 stop loss, 32 would be the target point, hit nicely. I didn't trade it. Oh, here is a J setup seed, Australian dollar CAD. But if I had the Australian dollar there, I probably wouldn't have traded this, but sometimes it helps. So if you go down to M15, you'd see a setup one. And that's the fractal geometry of seed method. So this is the seed signal, the hunt seed creates a setup one, that which goes on to say that you need to learn the setup one first. That's the stepping stone. And before that, you need to learn the 10 seconds to Elliott wave concept, link in the description. Download that book so then you would know what I'm talking about. And so the next one, Australian dollar yen, again, will be the same story. So that's the famous setup. This is a setup where you tend to know 12 hours in advance whether you will be able to trade or not. So it's really like it. So if you just got up or started trading in London Open, you see the situation, Gator Open on the H1 and stuff, you drop to M15, find a setup one, bang. But since these are all Australian pairs, you will take one or two of them. Let's just skip that one. Yeah, New Zealand USD CAD or the oil. Some people are asking about oil. If I wanted to, you know, follow oil and stuff, I just trade dollar CAD. It's literally the same thing. Well, not literally, but if you're in Forex and you don't want to trade oil, just trade dollar CAD. And if you don't want to trade gold, trade Australian dollar or the dollar. Anyway, so somebody posted something in the chat room saying USD CAD target point hit. I don't quite understand what would have happened, but if I look at the 4-hour chart, I have a fantastic seed here, which most probably got kicked out on a break even, because there's a stop loss of 18 and then it goes down and by 1 hour. So when it comes back minus 1 hour, we don't want to give that profit back, so they will be exited. But based on this, if you go to the H1 chart, then the so USD CAD, yes, this is a this was a beautiful setup the other day, and we traded it all the way to here, or we got out there. I don't know, I'm forgetting now. So after that one, you still know that wave 5 is not happened and wave 5 is about to happen, but it didn't really give me a good setup. However, if you look at, there's a little tiny green dot there, and that's Frankfurt Open. So, oh man, I should have looked at it. This is one of those pink dots, which is a setup 2 dot, and for setup 2 we wait for the fresh box. But when there's a strong candle like this and it just closes outside the box, I would take the trade either below the low of the candle or market order it and have the stop loss on the other side of the candle. So which would be 16 pips, and easily it made 32 over there. So a great signal here again. So plenty of trades again today. CAD CHF, nothing to see. CAD Yen again. So there was a beautiful setup the other day, 345, and now the new wave is showing this. So today again it could have been taken for a ride, another trade up. Okay, so the Swizzy Yen, I don't really trade this one, just watch it. But if you look at it, it's a nice, lovely open gator going up. So this cherry signal could have been taken at Frankfurt Open around here, and if you then took the seed, that probably would have been a rent. This is a J setup cherry, Joseph, it's for you. So when you have the gator going down and the purple going up, so they are kind of crossing like this, and you have the cherry signal or the seed signal, most probably cherry, because cherry is here, it's the outside candle, an outside bar. So this is a strong trend, a directional candle. So you just take the range of it and roll with it, or you put a line here, drop to M15, you find something there. You see 3, 4, 5. So you take your trade here, about 20 pip stop loss, and see if it does 40. Yes, does it nicely. So there's another idea. Again, it's euro against Australian dollar, so I think Australian dollar was on the move today. It was the hot pair. That concept is fantastic. Euro CAD, nothing to see here. Euro pound, yeah, we enjoyed it the other day from here to here, so that's fine. Euro yen, this is going pretty well. So you have these 3 strong impulse candles followed by an inside candle. This is the Waltz, and you take it, and 140 up there. So if you are trading the daily chart, and we have this specific strategy called the Waltz, and nobody knows about it, so please don't ask me, only I and a couple of more people. We traded, haven't released it, maybe we'll release it, and the teaser is that this is AIMS price action trading. Yes, more on this later. Euro USD has created a fantastic PC cherry with a setup to green dot as well. So this is a triple whammy. You have a wave 3, a strong open gator overnight move. So yesterday it moved up, opening the gator. During the night stayed within the tight box. That's where you go to the M15 and find yourself this fantastic juicy setup one. So when you looked at it this morning at London Open, this candle would have printed in 15 minutes into the London Open, and then you could have taken trade either there or after this. You could have entered here, because the interesting thing about the waiting would be that you'd see this price reacting to these box highs. So this level here, as you can see, and then it reacts to it, but then bounces back up. So if you didn't have a pending order there, and then you saw this, that is strong reaction. As you can see, this candle is different than to these ones. It's similar to this one. So this candle is the intent, and this candle is the confirmation. So then it closes, its intent, it goes up and it closes outside the range. And because it closes outside the range, this is a strong signal, so you would either market order here or a pending order above this and stop loss somewhere here or below the low of this candle, and bang, it went up. So that was a fantastic trade. So again, it was a famous setup, it was a PC setup, it was a cherry, it was a setup 2, and at the same time it was a setup 1 and setup 2 on the M15, and a famous, wow, why did I miss this? Fantastic setup. Yes, wife's giving me signals that I have to take Adam to swimming, so I have to stop this video around here. And I think we discussed a few very good points in there, and I hope you learned something. Remember that trade I took over here on the 4-hour Bitcoin? We took it here, the hourly. We banked profits, and yesterday in the review of the analysis I said that it might set up the day afterwards. So it was here, and we took our profits here. Let me find that trade, if I can drag and drop it. There we go. So that's the one. We took it, it came here, and now let's bring that back. So now, so I said on hourly we might get another setup, and this is how it goes. So I have a 2 days wave 3, and then probably, let's call it, this was the end of wave 3, and this is probably the end of wave 4. So that's about 28 hours. So I have a wave 3 that I can count as 36 hours, and a wave 4 that I count as 24 hours, and I have an Apple signal. So I can go there now, bring the ATM, switch it on, have it to, let's say, quarter of a risk, because I'm going to go market order now here. Actually, not market order, I'm going to go below the low of the Apple signal. I'm going to move it a little bit there, and then I will, so it's going to be a sell order. It came around there, and now I'm going to reset the swings. And shout out to Steve, who has provided Snom Advanced Trade Manager. I am grateful to him. He always renews my license. I highly recommend this if you want to get this bit of the software. It's an amazing trade management makes my job really easy. You can go to for-exe.com. It's like Forex-e, right? .com. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to put my next order now. So it's going to be, the next one is going to be half of 1%. So, and that's going to be based on the box, so it's going to be the add-on. And that's it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to consider that as 3, the start of 3, this as the peak of 3, and obviously that would be our not that. Okay, so this is not going to work now, so I'm going to move it from here and here. Right, so you see what I did there? Identified this, according to my analysis, is the possible start of 3, and this is the peak of 3, and this is possible end of 4. So if this turns out to be wave 4 and it continues to go down, this would be the peak of 4, and that will mean that this is 1, 2. So this would be 1, 2 based on this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and most probably 5 is going to end here. And yeah, let's see what happens. And in other news, Boris Johnson has announced that they have agreed a deal, so most probably it will have effect on the euro pairs and the pound. So let's go back quickly. See, this is the beauty of this control tab, that I can go quickly through all these charts. So euro, looks like euro has not responded at all because they probably knew what was going on, so not really a great news. And it's even the pound, all those news has been discounted within it, so this strong move up was probably, the market knows or kind of predicts the events beforehand, and the spikes are created when the events, the economic events, the news completely shocks everyone, and then it changes. By the way, just as we are going, this is this would have been a beautiful, actually we talked about it, this is a famous and a hunt, and here it's a perfect Apple signal that gets you in at the bottom of wave 4, the peak of wave 4, so it gets you in. This is the earliest you can get in into the coming wave 5. I can see that you're not seeing it full, so let me just quickly put that on it. This was one of the best setups, and as you can see, just went there, talking about it again, but there we go. And now I'm going to go and hit the gym, because I go to gym in the evening these days with a buddy of mine. We're doing a 8-week program. I wish I could take my camera and record it, probably make a, something out of it. Anyway, see you later. So did you learn something from this video? Do you have any questions? Do you know what famous setup is? Do you know what a setup 1 is now? And would you like to learn more about it? Let me know.
Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if yes, please hit the like button. Do you have any questions or ideas for upcoming videos? Then leave a comment. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any future videos. See you next time.